Hello, welcome to today's Get Ready with me. I don't have anything specific to talk about, but if you're new to my channel, it's just about sharing the love of the community and what we do together, and it's not really based in any sort of like topical way. It's just the world is lonely and it doesn't have to be. So we are here just to talk in a community together. So I guess like what's been like super on my mind, just how stressed I feel even when I have everything under control. Like it's kind of interesting to know like how capable we are as people and to know that we can do something. Like objectively, I know that, but like my body is still in like constant like fight or flight mode and cortisol, where like little things like really upset me. And I've been trying to like find some ways to like deal with the stress. And my husband's like a great anchor for me, because the other day I was complaining about this PowerPoint presentation. So I just got done with like this kind of long paper for school, and we had to summarize it for our class and do a little presentation. And there's a huge difference between talking about research you've already done for a few minutes, recording a video, and then posting it. That is like very easy, very accessible, and in line with kind of the lighter weeks in between the heavier assignments, that when we need a little more time to work on them than just like 1 week. And this week it was a PowerPoint, and I was just like losing it. And I really shouldn't have been. Because like when you do PowerPoint, now you need images, and then you have to go and cite all those images. And then you have to make the physical aspect of the PowerPoint the actual presentation. And then you also have to record yourself. We have to be visible at all times when we're on camera. So it's a whole lot of work. And then I'm not going to just like do presentation and ad-lib it. I wish I could. You know, I've got to write my script. So yeah, the paper's written, but like translating it into a PowerPoint is not like a few hours worth of work. I think it timed me and I did 6, and it was like, it's fine, but it's not like the best. So I'm like just venting to my husband about it. I'm like, that is way more work than staff realize. Because I also, you know, I have papers in other classes and stuff like that, and they've timed them pretty well. I'm actually really impressed with like Liberty University and how they're doing that. Like the courses are rigorous, but they're like short and intense, and I think that really helps. When courses are like long and drawn out, I don't know, that really helps anyone. Because, you know, you cover the same amount per semester. But, you know, I was talking with a group of people, and they weren't actually mental health practitioners like I'm studying to be. They were nurses. And I think I'm going to try a new concealer today, so you get to see me unbox it. Ooh, I am pale. Ooh. Not quite that pale on camera, but I'm a blush. I wonder if this is light enough. So this is Rosy Tool 2 by Natasha Denona, and I'm hoping... Oh, I like that, because I know it's going to sheer out and get a little lighter. So I'm hoping this is a good shade. For getting in your nose, not in your nose, but around your nose, nothing really beats your finger. Ooh, I like that. But anyway, I was talking with nurses and like their passion for helping people, and how, you know, they've made a career out of it. One of them has. The other one's actually just starting. Just finished school, actually. And like, I'm so inspired to be in that community. I love coaching. I love helping people. I know mental health is the right field for me to be in. Zero complaints about this concealer. From a first impression standpoint, I'm really happy with that. But like I was telling my husband, I know this is what I want. It just sucks to have to sign up for school again. You know, this is my 6th time being in school. What the hell is wrong with me? Why do I keep going back to school? I'm like, well, I love learning, but I don't necessarily at this point love the formal learning environment. So it's about priorities. Like, do I really want this? or do I hate school enough to like stop that at my James End? That is clearly not the case. I don't hate school at all. But yeah, there's a point where like, how many papers do you need to write before you feel like accomplished enough? like, can I get the trust me certificate? Like, I promise I learned the material. But it doesn't exist. But I am gonna do my eyeshadow really obnoxiously because I kind of feel like it. And that is the great thing about ooh, I also have the Moody eyeshadow. Ooh, her mini gloom. I'm just calling it Moody. Mini gloom. I think I'll use that because that's super pretty today too. I'm running her natural, so it's just like piled up in the top of my head. I'll take that down later, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna use this one just because it's new and pretty, and I still need to test out all my refer brushes too. I haven't gone through the most of them actually to do the reviews for, I said it wrong again, for Reefer. I might have to add more to this because I don't know if I'm going grungy today, and the gloom definitely has a little bit of gloom and grunge. But it is pretty, and this is what I love about like wearing black and gray. I just do whatever I want with my eyeshadow. But, you know, going back to school, my husband was like, are you going to let this PowerPoint presentation stop you? And I was like, oh my gosh, no way. And like, that just kind of like, put it in perspective. I'm being grumpy. Did that go on? It is, but what happens if I use my finger? That's just better. It's really pretty soft shimmer. Sometimes companies have like really mature formulas, and I don't like that a lot of times. I want glitter and pizzazz and metallic reflect and glitter, and did I say glitter twice? Well, I really like it. So sometimes the shimmers that are just shimmers or even satins don't wow me, but they do provide really pretty looks, so I like having everything in my collection. Now what else can I use to make sure I test all these brushes for them? This little eyeliner brush better be good. Ooh, it's tiny. I love that. I wonder why people sell big brushes. I mean, there's face brushes, but why do you need so many big brushes for the eyes? Like, I have a brush I use as a highlighter brush on my cheeks, even though it's marketed for the eyes, because I'm like, why sell it that way? I will say I did kind of take over with this yellow screen, which is what I did not want to do. But that's okay. I just gotta get through brushes. It seems weird to like keep using all these different brushes, but I generally do want to play with them all. Also like how lightweight they are, which is not something that I thought would bother me until now. They do very diffused look. That looks very good too. I almost didn't like do my makeup because I'm in such a just get it done with, like record myself no matter how much I want to look like, but this is like self-care for me. Like, this is the 20 minutes besides the gym today, but this is the only 20 minutes that I'm gonna have at home to like kind of wind down, relax, chat, get my thoughts together, really reprioritize my life, because you know this is kind of motivating me, because like as I talked about it, I'm like, yeah, this PowerPoint is like solo threat. Like, I got an A on the paper, I'm gonna get an A in the class. Yeah, there's a chill out bro sign waiting for me. But I feel like that's kind of life. I feel like I can tell myself, chill out bro, it's gonna be fine, throughout many phases of my life. And I don't necessarily need to worry, but you know, I think with having, you know, a mild anxiety, possibly like a non-clinical anxiety, just like having a neurotic personality, basically. I came into this world just a little slightly neurotic, is You know, the worrying's always going to be there. It makes you sharp. It keeps you from forgetting things. Um, it's helped me mask my ADHD for years. And, it's kind of a gift as long as I don't let it spiral. So the question is, how do I keep it from spiraling? And I don't know that I always hit that balance just right. Like, I feel sometimes I get super worked up about school, and I don't need to be. And I still want to do something really bright and obnoxious, even though that's not the palette I used. So I think the answer is going to be here in a rainbow palette. Because blue is pretty. I'm going to put it over the darker green. Or maybe I need to give up and just say, like, Jennifer, you did not pick bright and obnoxious today. It's pretty, though. It's got, like, this beautiful, very natural gradient from, like, light pink to dark. I think what I need is actually more drama. Drama. Packing on the drama. I'm actually also incredibly grateful that I get to do my makeup like this every day, because I didn't for years. I had a very strict, demanding job. And you kind of had, like, neutral or, like, no makeup. Because, we can't be professional and wear makeup. We can't be passionate about what we do. We can't be talented. We can't be skilled if we wear makeup. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. Like, I understand it and I agree with it, but, like, the longer I've gone on and the more I see that, like, there are just norms that are, like, socially reinforced and people don't question it, and then you question it. And people are like, oh, you're wrong. And I'm like, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I'm questioning it. Like, does it really need to be this way? We need to sparkle all over. I have a better sparkle. So overall, I'm really happy with my choices. I'm happy I'm in school. I'm happy I quit working. I'm happy that I get to provide for my family. Still, it's limited, but I'm still contributing and I'm able to do things like stay home with my kid. I can see him in my mirror, passed out. I don't even know what time he went to bed. And so I'm happy that I can do that for them. But it doesn't mean sometimes I don't look back on it and go, what if, I had gone back into the corporate power track, or I had completed my project management credential, or, various things. But it's like, that wasn't for me and that's not what I wanted. So you keep saying, what if? And like, what if you had continued to make yourself happy for the promise of something you weren't guaranteed to ever receive? Like, does that make sense to you? I don't think it does. I'm sure it doesn't. So it's kind of like just being committed and doing what you love. Like, I'm committed to this eyeshadow look, making it bright, even though I didn't choose a palette with a single bright shade in it. But that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna turn it into a little liner moment. I actually don't have any meetings to... Oh, wait, yeah, I do. God. I've had a meeting after work every day this week, and I hate that. Like, people say, oh, we want women in the workforce. I'm like, okay, stop having meetings in the evenings. Like, stop. Just stop. No one wants an evening meeting. We'd be like, oh, well, we need to have all these working professionals come together on this project. And it's like, then they don't have the time to do it. If the only time they have in the evening is in the evening because they can't do it and they're working, 40 or 50-hour week, then they don't have time to do it. And their schedule should not be dictating everyone else's. Like, you hired me for my professional skills, for me to work during professional hours. But then all your meetings are catered around people who are not professionals and are not pursuing the job full time. Some of it's the industry, though. Some of it's where that's kind of, I'll blend that down, that's not a big deal. Where some of that's kind of the expectation. That's what happened here. How did I smudge that? It's okay, it's okay, look. So I'm kind of getting used to that. And that's another thing I like about going back to school is I can I won't get complete control over my hours like I have now, but I'll have some control. I'll have predictable hours. And I think that's what most people actually want, is we want predictability. It's like the scarf model. We want certainty. We want to know what's next. Like, if I needed to work evenings, I could actually adjust my life as needed, or I would just not take that position. That's another thing. But if you advertise it as a daytime position and then you find out it's an evening position, that's when we feel like we've been switched. And my husband is like, well, are they paying you for these meetings? And I'm like, no. And he's like, then why attend them? And I'm like, because there's no consequences, or no real benefit to going. But there's kind of consequences if I don't go, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm articulating correctly, but not going, they're not penalizing you at all, but you're also not going to be on your radar for the contracts, which is what I signed up for, and that's what I need. So I'm going to suck it up and go to several of these meetings, not all of them, but a lot. Because they aren't inconvenience. I'm not going to throw my life around trying to make them. But if I have the energy and the time, then I will. Which to me seems like a healthy attitude. I'll plan on going, and if I change my mind, then I get that instant relief of changing my mind. And I can be gracious to myself. I can allow that to happen. In fact, I went to one of those meetings last night for a different company, and I do get something out of it. Those are worth attending. There's a very lovely group of people that I work with, and so besides just the conversation being nice, it's a mentorship meeting, so I do get something out of that. But I also kind of surreptitiously worked on a paper and did a page of a paper then too. So it's just a matter of prioritization. Normally I'm not a fan of multitasking, but in that situation it was fine. Anything that's me time and experience, at the end of the day, has an intrinsic value, even if you're not paid for it. But there are some things that don't seem to get you good experience, and they're just time sucks. So, or time sinks. And that sucks. But, the blue under my eyes really makes my eyes pop a little bluer. That was a good choice. So I'm kind of at peace, at least with my work schedule, knowing that some weeks are crushed. And some weeks are not going to be crushed. This is also new to me. This is the I Need a Nude by Natasha Denona. It's just pure coincidence. Wearing a lot of her product today. I totally missed my lip right there. There might be a reason most people don't talk while they're doing it. I just refuse to stop. If PowerPoint can't stop me getting my degree, I'm not going to let talking stop me doing my lip liner. Come on. I'm going to do a lip final. These are sticky, but they're so glossy. They just so wet. I love them. Well, I love this one. Maybe I don't love the other ones, but I think I would. And then for blush, we're going to just do something muted. I'm still trying to pan this guy. Slow down. It's taking forever. I think this is going to be a pretty look when I'm done. It'll give me the confidence I need to get through the day. I'm caffeine free, so I can't rely on caffeine anymore. I have to have confidence instead. Okay, and then going to do my under eyes and set them. Only because pink is so flattering on me. I really don't want this look to be pink, so I'm not going to go all over my face. But that's fine. I didn't do my eyebrows, but I think my eyebrows are dark enough. They usually hold their own. I don't need to do anything. So that's the look for the day. I actually do think it turned out really pretty, despite all my blabbing about not loving it. I do love it. And thank you for listening to me ramble again for another 20 minutes. But I hope your day goes well. I hope your priorities are in line with your values. And God bless you. See you later. Bye.